Students to the online classes. We are now going to study English language chapter 2, the pronoun. Last time I taught you nouns. Do you remember what nouns are? Nouns are naming words. They name a person, place, animal or thing. Now pronouns are the words used in place of nouns. Now, how do you use pronouns in place of nouns? Supposing you have to say a sentence like Rohan is a good boy, Rohan is intelligent, Rohan is liked by all Rohan's teachers. Now, what have I done over here? I have repeated the word Rohan in every sentence that I spoke. So instead of repeating the word Rohan every time I talk about him, I'm going to say Rohan is a good boy, he is intelligent, he is liked by all his teachers. So what have I done? I have used pronouns in place of the noun Rohan. So pronouns are words like he, him, his, her, she, it, they, them. All these words are pronouns. Now we're going to study about the different kinds of pronoun in this chapter. So now please follow with me in the book and go through the different kinds of pronouns along with the examples and how to use them correctly. Alright, now let's begin with the kinds of pronouns. Pronouns can be divided into the following classes. The first kind is personal pronouns. Now we'll read the following sentences to get an idea of the personal pronouns. I eat an apple every day. Here I is the pronoun. He is a doctor. You must come on time. They went to see a film yesterday. We are students. Now in these sentences, I, he, you, they, we are called personal pronouns because they stand for persons. The pronouns I and we are used for the person or persons speaking and are called personal pronouns of the first person. Like here, I am speaking to you, so I use the pronoun I for myself and I who is talking is the first person. You is the personal pronoun of the second person and is used for the person or persons spoken to. So I am the first person and you to whom I'm talking are the second person. He, she and they are used for the person or persons spoken of. Now, if I have to talk about someone who is not present here or whom I'm not talking to, then I'm going to use the pronouns he or she or they for them. They are called personal pronouns of the third person. Okay, now you need to remember that you is used both in the singular and plural. It is also a personal pronoun of the third person. Now the different forms of personal pronouns. I, we, you, he, she, they, it are used as subject of a verb. Personal pronouns change their forms when used as object of a verb. Now pay attention. Like, I becomes me. My friend gave me a book. We becomes us. The shopkeeper cheated us. He becomes him. The principal will punish him. She becomes her. Mother went into the room and told her. They becomes them. The teacher told them to stop writing. So here you can see me, us, him, her, and them have been used as objects of verbs, like me is the object to the verb gave, us is the object to the verb cheated, him is the object to the verb punish, her to told, and them to told in this sentence. The second kind of pronouns are possessive pronouns. These pronouns show possession and are a form of personal pronouns. Examples are, this car is mine. Those pens are yours. These bags are ours. This watch is hers. That wallet is his. Those books are theirs. My, our, your, their are called possessive adjectives as they are used with nouns. His is used both as an adjective and as a pronoun. That wallet is his. Here, his is used as a possessive pronoun. But in the sentence, that is his wallet. His here has been used as a possessive adjective because it has been used with a noun. His wallet. Note the difference. Alright, so note the difference. That wallet is his is a possessive pronoun. That is his wallet. His has been used with the noun wallet. So here his is a possessive adjective. So whenever you're going to use his with a noun, it's going to be a possessive adjective and not a possessive pronoun. Remember the difference. Now we move on to the third kind of pronoun, that is the demonstrative pronouns. These pronouns are used to point out the objects to which they refer. Like, these are her clothes. That is Sam's house. Those are Mr. Smith's pets. This is my son. Such a behavior will not be tolerated. So all the words in bold letters are demonstrative pronouns. Now you have to note that this, that, there, those, such, that are demonstrative adjectives when they are used with nouns. So remember, if they are used with nouns, they are demonstrative adjectives. Example, this house is mine. That book on the table is yours. I don't like that song. Those flowers are carnations. These blankets are for the poor. Such people are not to be trusted. So here again, remember that these words, if used with a noun, are demonstrative adjective, not demonstrative pronouns. Now let's move on to the next category, that is the interrogative pronouns. As you know, these pronouns are used to ask questions like, what are you doing? Who is your tutor? Whom are you talking about? Whose is this handwork? Which of these bags is yours? Now remember that an interrogative adjective is used before a noun and an interrogative pronoun replaces a noun. Whoever, whichever, and whatever are also used as interrogative pronouns. Now we move on to the relative pronouns, the fifth kind of pronouns. These pronouns join two sentences and refer to the noun used before them. Like, this is the boy who spilled the milk. Now, who refers to the noun boy? That is Ray, whom all the boys admire. Whom refers to Ray. This is the man whose son is a genius. Now, whose refer to the man, to the noun man. This is the old bike which looks brand new. which refers to the bike. This is the vase that my friend gave me. That refers to the noun vase. Alright, now here I must tell you that relative pronoun who has different forms. Now who can be used as the subject of a verb, like she is the girl who can sing like a nightingale. Whose is used in the possessive form. This is the woman whose son got the bravery award. Then whom is used as the object of a verb. He is a person whom we can trust. Now let's have a glance at the use of the relative pronouns. The relative pronoun who is generally used for persons, both singular and plural. Whose is used in speaking of persons, but sometimes of things without life. Which is used for things without life and for animals. It may refer to a singular or plural noun, like time which is lost is never found. The tiger which we saw is from the Sundarbans. That is used for persons and things. For example, he is the most generous person that I have ever met. This is the best song that I have ever heard. Now the next kind of pronouns are reflexive pronouns. These pronouns end in self or selves and refer to the nouns and pronouns used as the subject. They are called reflexive pronouns when the action done by the subject reflects back upon the subject, like Tim laughed at himself. So himself is referring to Tim. She told herself to be calm. I hurt myself. The photo frame fell off the wall by itself. We planned this all by ourselves. You will cause trouble for yourself. They completed the work themselves. The next kind are the emphatic pronouns. These pronouns also end in self or selves, but they are used for the purpose of emphasis, as in the examples given below. I myself gave her the letter. Myself is used here to emphasize the word I, the pronoun I. I myself gave her the letter. You yourself told me about it. He himself said sorry. She herself gave us the good news. The dog itself caught the thief. We ourselves distributed the sweets. You yourself are a witness. They themselves realized their mistake. The next one is the indefinite pronoun. These pronouns refer to person or things in a general way and do not refer to any person or thing in particular. Like, none of these fit me. All of them are wrong. Some have all the talent. Somebody is knocking at the door. Anybody can tell it is fake jewelry. Everyone wants to be loved. Nothing escapes our attention. Nobody knows about the plan. They were told to bring anything. Only a few managed to escape. Many volunteered to help. Anyone can do what you are doing. We have everything that is needed. One must understand others' feelings. Now we get on to the distributive pronouns. These pronouns show persons or things one at a time or in groups, like each points out to person or things taken singly. either points out the one or the other of the two. Neither points out not the one or the other of the two. Each of the girls wore a hat. Either of these cars will come for you. Neither of them spoke a word. We need to show concern for each other. So these were the different kinds of pronouns. Now, while using pronouns, you should also remember certain things. How to use these pronouns correctly. Like we say, Nancy and I are going to the market, and not I and Nancy. That's the wrong usage. It's the wrong way to use. You never say I and Nancy or I and my mom. It's always Nancy and I, my mom and I. You and I will complete the work and not I and you. You and he are going to the market, not he and you are going to the market. The invitation is for you and me, not the invitation is for you and I. She is prettier than I am and not she is prettier than me. You paint much better than he, not you paint much better than him. It was she who came forward to help me, not it was her who came forward. It was I who took her to the hospital and not it was me who took her to the hospital. I hope you have understood the different kinds of pronouns. Now, attached to this, there are 3 exercises which you are supposed to do in your language notebooks. There is also a portion from vocabulary given, that is synonyms, and an exercise on that, and a comprehension. For this, the synonyms and comprehension, you will make a separate notebook and do those in that. Thank you.